Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Loki Season 2 Episode 1 review. We're going to talk some spoilers for this because kind of have to review this show just based around what's actually happening in it. A few things to get out the way. We've got new cast member Ke Huy Quan. I probably butchered that, but basically Short Round from Indiana Jones. Made his Hollywood resurgence recently. Won an Oscar. Absolute legend. Hollywood legend. So he's in this. And then we've also got Jonathan Majors in the series anyway. But in this episode, returning or brand new was Ke Huy Quan. And then, again, I probably butchered that. And then we have Owen Wilson, Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, and others. This picks off immediately where the previous one finished, where season 1 ended. It's, you know what, I really want to like this show. Like I do, I genuinely really want to like this show because Tom Hiddleston is so good in the role. So good in the role of Loki. And I really do want to like it. But this kind of felt like a whole lot of nothing. Now don't get me wrong, there was some good elements in this, right? Tom Hiddleston's performance as Loki is absolutely superb. Owen Wilson's Mobius, absolutely superb. Ke, absolutely superb. There are standout elements to the show. The cinematography, beautiful. There's so many one shots, just one singular take shots. Constant. Absolutely fantastic. They've nailed the cinematography. The direction was great. It was Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. They do a lot of Lovecraftian indie films. And then they've amazingly shuffled over to directing some of the Marvel films. Well, not Marvel films, Marvel series, sorry, should I say. They did one of the Moon Knight ones as well. They're great. Like, their direction's absolutely great. The writing, though, isn't that great. It's a bit of a letdown. It's this constant teasing of a mystery box and never quite getting anywhere. It was the same with season 1. This feels like it's going to be more of the same. Oh, he who remains. Oh, it's cut loose now. Oh my God, Kang's coming. Like, get to the point. You know, I understand character development. I understand slow burners, but get to the point. You know, like you need to get to something. And this is a long ass episode as well. A long episode. The set pieces are brilliant. The sort of, I don't know, costume designs, great. Like it's all, the pieces are there for a standout show. It's the writing that lets it down. So what happens? Well, it takes off immediately from where we finished season 1. Loki it was in the trailer, he's flitting between points in time. So in the past, in the future, in the past, in the future, in the present, in the future, in the past, so on and so forth. So the first episode is quite literally trying to get him stabilized. And we're introduced to the sort of temporal junction point before it sort of branches off to all of the different time streams. And there's some interesting imagery behind that, or of that, with the tubes that are behind Ke in his office. Ke plays a character called Ouroboros. OB for short. Ouroboros, if you don't know, is the snake that consumes itself, the never-ending cycle, which is some interesting sort of iconography, I guess. It throws out some interesting theories about the time stream being never-ending, cyclical processing, the TVA being never-ending, the threat of Kang being this never-ending cyclical event. And I quite like that, you know, especially the imagery essentially being exactly the same. The temporal junction point, and then sort of branching off, the tubes coming down to Ke's office, branching down. I like that. There's going to be something in there. I would imagine it's probably going to be OB's story throughout this show. I hope so. I bloody well hope so. You know, because the last season, it really just was a bit lackluster for all accounts, I think. I can't really remember too much of it, to be fair. But anyway, there's not a lot that actually happened in this episode, and this is kind of why it's difficult to review. They didn't need to do quite as much world building in this episode as they did. I mean, it's an hour long and nothing really happens. By the end of the episode, Loki is stabilized in time. From what we know anyway, from what was stated in dialogue. And it's realistically just a lot of back and forth, some jokes here and there, some mild humour to get him stabilised. They tease Miss Minutes being in league with Kang. Sure, I guess. But that is actually it. We see Sylvie once. He gets killed by someone. Loki gets killed by someone. Maybe there'll be a mystery surrounding who kills him. We don't know. But that's it. That is it. Are there Easter eggs? Probably. Do I care enough to go and look at them? No. But it was... everything was there besides the writing. Genuinely. So it's disappointing because they've had how many years to make this? Quite a long time now, I think. It feels like quite a long time anyway. But I'm hoping from here on it'll pick up quite nicely and quickly. I do like how they picked it up immediately from where they left off. I like that a lot. I think that's cool. You know, for those that went back and watched it, I'm sure that felt significantly better to view. Because there was no like weird time delay and things didn't happen off screen, etc. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forwards, whether they start to progress the story a little bit more. But that's kind of it. Again, like it genuinely is a whole lot of nothing. And I feel like with such a significant wait time, maybe they never planned this. Maybe they were going to release it quicker. I don't know. But with such, you know, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it didn't come out. I don't know. I can't even remember when it came out. Maybe it came out not too long ago. It feels like a long time ago. And they should have hit the ground running a bit more, in my view. But this is the issue with these shows, and Marvel in general, is the consistent advert for the next thing, rather than the thing being the story. So I do wonder how this will factor into the multiverse saga. There's some interviews going around that indicate it's probably not going to factor in that much. Well, to a degree, but not significant enough anyway. I don't know. Who knows? What did you think of it, though? I'm sure lots of people loved it. And you know what? I bet you loved it for the acting. And it was nice. There was some nostalgia to see Tom Hiddleston back. All of those things I agree with. Just the writing was stalled. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I'd love to have you guys coming back. Obviously, if you enjoyed or shared any of these opinions. Even if you disagreed, quite frankly. It's good to have opposing views here and there and air them in a civil manner. But anyway, this is a bit of a nothing review because it's a bit of a nothing episode. Nothing actually happens. And that's disappointing. But mark my words, OB will be something. He'll be something moving forwards. It'll be his story, I think. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.